Nice and frosty and also quite sunny here. So got Trinity here again this morning. One of the things I've been trying to do with her is bringing her straight out of the house, or obviously if you keep her in a kennel, straight out of the kennel, and going straight into work. So she's obviously quite excited when we do that, rather than doing certain drills, walking her, getting her settled, trying to almost create an impression that you've arrived later to work in test or a field trial and you're straight in and you just have to crack on with it, and the dog has to be switched on straight away. The other thing I'm going to do with it this morning is just go back to some basic drills. So making sure that she's concentrating on me, making sure things are nice and steady, and you'll probably do these sorts of things when they're quite young, in puppy class. And I'm wanting to do this particularly with Trin, because she can be very keen on retrieving. So I'm wanting to get her the idea of, she retrieves when I ask her to. So let's see how her heel work is. If it deteriorates and I'm having to keep asking her, I'm going to put her back on the lead. Right, heel. The other nice thing about these drills, of course, is making her turn away from dummies. It's making her realise that not everything is hers. With my heel work, I'm turning so a little bit of discipline because she's just lost it. Heel. Good girl. Good girl. So enough. I'm not happy with that, but also enough positivity. Also with my heel work, obviously, hey. I'm changing in both directions. So if she does that again, I'm going to pop her on the lead. Heel. So if you notice, for the first 2 or 3 she was fine. Then it's getting a little bit more exciting. Why aren't I picking it up? Why aren't you sending me? Heel. And even with older dogs, Trinity's just over 2 now, it's good to go back to these basic drills because they're disciplines. We tend to like to believe, of course, when we've done exercises and the dog's got it, that they're trained. But actually, I think dogs are just like humans. If you don't do something for a while, you deskill. If a dog doesn't do things for a while, you think you've got the foundations there, but of course they gradually deskill. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good to do your heel work left and right, because obviously if you're in line and there was a bird behind, depending on the direction, you may want to change which way you turn your dog. So she's doing quite nicely now. She's getting the idea. And don't forget, she's only just come straight out. She hasn't had any retrieves, she hasn't done anything. Trinity, heel. Bit of correction, she seems to like that red dummy. Not that it's got a name on it, but it has, but maybe she can read that and think that's the one I should go for. Heel. Good girl. Good girl. So she's doing really nicely now. Gonna sit her up. Stay there. I'm gonna collect these. Which again, something you do with a young dog, just to keep that discipline. So even though I'm progressing her training, I'm also conscious now with 1 or 2 things that have happened that I go back and do some basic drills. Now I'm going to walk over the area where they've been, just to make sure she understands she's concentrating on me. So you see, from when she first came out, when she was really up for it, because she's straight out the house, she's now starting to focus. Hey, heel. now starting to focus a little bit. There's one or two occasions when I might have really thought about putting her on the lead, but she's corrected herself. Good girl. Good girl. Yep. Good girl. Okay, have a go at that for me.